Hello everybody, Zet here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful and a fantastic day, and I'm very happy that you stopped by. Now I know that this channel is still relatively new. We are only about a few months old, but I've been in this hobby for a couple of years, and I've been doing this way before 2020 when everything started being crazy. So I just wanted to use this video to showcase a few of my favorite and a few of my most expensive cards that I have in my possession, not counting the ones that are already submitted to PSA. So I am pretty excited because I was thinking of doing this when my PSA submission comes back, but I think our collection would have been growing and growing by the time we get it, which is probably by the end of this year. So without further to do, let's do. Are we sick of that joke yet? Should we make that to our official joke? Vote below in the comments. So I don't know the order to do these things in. Maybe I'll do my most recent stuff that I bought. When it comes to most recent stuff, this would be one of the few. It's the Amazing Rares Zacian from Vivid Voltage PSA 10. I really like this card a lot. I love all the Amazing Rares if you're a frequenter of this channel. My goal is to get all the Amazing Rares in 10 slabs. I know I have a few submitted, but I'm not confident as to what their grades are. So I love how the color pops on this card. I've never owned a raw copy of this, so I just bought the slab online. It's pretty cheap. I got it for like less than 120, so that was a good steal. If it's a 10, you should know that it's a pretty perfect card. But there are some misgraded cards that I believe that I have actually in possession. So here's one of those. Secondly, it is the Celebi. Can you get the theme of it yet?
Boy, is that
my
card
most recent
shiny.
purchases, my most recent acquisitions, when it comes to favorite cards, it's gotta be the Amazing Rares. It's just so gorgeous. This one I got for about 150 slabbed. No, it was around 2 something, because Celebi and the next one is a lot more popular than the Zacian, because they're, I guess, seniority applies here. So this card is beautiful. I'm so happy with Amazing Rares. I still need to get the Shining Fates one, but we'll cross that bridge once we get to it. And now we have the Jirachi. This is one of the This is one of the fan favorites. People love
Boy,
legendaries,
is that card
and
shiny.
I believe Jirachi and Celebi is one of the more popular ones, along with the next one. They really hit it out of the park with the selections for Amazing Rares, and I love this especially because I love the swirl for this. Next one I am a bit controversial on, but it's the Rayquaza. It's just a mess in the background, but people love Rayquaza for some reason.
Boy, is that
of
card
the
shiny.
3 Hoenn legendaries, my favorite is gotta be Groudon, but I guess they love Rayquaza a lot more, especially with the Ancient Origins Rayquaza, the secret rare. I'm still trying to get that one. I had like 2 of them back then raw, but I gave up on the hobby and just sold it. What a painful mistake that is, but I really like this card a lot. Again, it's all Rayquaza stuff. Let's touch on some of the more expensive stuff later, but let's touch on something that we never usually touch on, which is the redheaded stepchild of this channel, Magic the Gathering, and also BGS Slap. This is a Liliana Dreadhorde General that was specifically commissioned for their
Spectacular.
is it 2019? I believe it's 2019. The 2019 final set of the Ravnica Return to Ravnica set, War of the Spark. This was a huge deal because if you notice the sick artwork, oh sorry, and this has been displaying on my mantle for like a while, but the story of this card is that they hired Japanese artists for the specific individual planeswalkers for War of the Spark. And Water Spark has a Planeswalker card in every pack. That's the gimmick. It has 36 Planeswalker cards. And for each Planeswalker card, they commission a specific Japanese artist, to commission these art. And the person that they asked for is Yoshitaka Amano, who is really famous for the retro Final Fantasy game arts. And I forgot which Final Fantasy art, but I remember he also did Gacha Man, which is really cool because that was a really old manga that I once glimpsed at. But this card is really popular. The prices have been steadily on the incline. I've been saying decline a lot, so the reverse word of decline is incline. This card has been slowly going up, and especially the pre-release foil, which has the date where the stamp is. I mean, it has a date stamped on this card. That one is a lot more expensive because this card has about 3 printings. It has the original printing, it has the reprint printing, and it has the pre-release printing. And the reprint printing is in the American version of the promo pack. It was like standard showdown packs, and you have a chance of pulling a Amano Liliana. It was pretty hard too. I would have the ratio on screen, but I bought this for about $500 before it spiked to about 2,000 for or 2,500 for a raw now. And I was trying to hope for at least a 10, or at least aim for a BGS Black Label, but it was, as you can see, there's like a little nick right here, a little nick here. The corners, they have subgrades, which is great. Corners as 8.5 and surface as 10. I thought I was sold on the surface, so I tried to submit it, but alas, this card is so beautiful. I don't really care for the grade. I could even crack it for a raw, but I don't really play. I wouldn't play with something like this because it's so beautiful and so gorgeous, and it's really iconic for someone like Mr. Amano to do. Here's a little derp slap that I had, that I did with that submission. It's just a regular shiny Altaria from Hidden Fates. I submitted a Charizard GX, Espeon GX, and Altaria GX, and I submitted through BGS because I was trying to aim for Black Label, because I'm a gambler like that. If you haven't seen this channel and did not know that I'm a gambler, good detective skills. But anyway, this card was so close to a Black Label. I just really liked it. It was just like, oh, that centering is just a 9.5, and it's a card that could have been. And it's so derpy of a card, of a Pokemon. Have you ever seen an Altaria wet? Let me show you right now. Isn't that just ridiculous? But anyway, Altaria is slowly becoming one of my favorite Pokemon, and having it in shiny and almost a Black Label is pretty cool story to tell at dinner tables when we get to have dinner parties, I guess. And now this next card, which is a really surprising card, and it's got a funny story to it too. It is a Dark Magician Girl First Ed secret rare from Magician's Force. So let's see the story behind this card. I didn't buy this slab.
Wow.
I submitted to BSA with the order, submission order of this. I actually got this card as a tip at my old job, and my boss at the time did not like this card because there was like a small minor imperfection. It was like a nick on something. It was like a stamp on this. It was like a nick into this card, and I looked at it and I tried to buffer it out, and I was like, this card is pretty okay. So I would just take a shot at submitting it, and it came back a 9. I'm super happy at that. This card slabbed as a 9 is like a couple of thousand, like probably low 5,000. It was like, not low 5,000, sorry. It's like 2,000 on a good day. A BGS 10 slab was going for like 15k, so it's really hard to find real sales numbers on these. But I'm just happy it got a 9, to be honest. I didn't really expect much of a grade on this, but it's just a funny anecdote. I got this as a tip. I got that as my I guess it's my wage, because even as a raw card is like about $100 or more. No, MP, like moderately play, is about almost 100. I really need to look at the prices here. I'll show the prices on screen so I don't have to beat myself up over it. But again, really cool card. I really like it. It's one of those classic OG cards that even though they do reprints of it, the reprint of the card actually stays up in price. Case in point, it's the legendary collection YuGiOh. It was basically secret as well. That card is also like $100 and so as well. These are more recent. It's not completely crazy, but it's a Shining Mew from the Koroko Comics. So Koroko Comics is a syndication publication company. I'm not really sure, but it is a comic weekly comic book that releases in Japan, much similar to when we used to have Shonen Jump here in the States. But this promo never made it to the States, not even on a Neo set, but it has the Neo stamp. Neo Destiny? Neo, yeah, I believe it's one of those sets. Sorry, my recollection is really bad. I'm just decided to do these showcase these cards willy-nilly. But anyway, I really love this card because the sparkle just goes all over the card. I bought this slab for about probably 700, which is a steal considering like a lot of 9 slabs were like listed at 1,000 to like 850, etc. But I really love this card, and I always wanted a 9. I wasn't gonna go through the pain of like trying to buy a old copy and trying to grade it and try to see if I could get a good grade. But these are notoriously off-centered, if you could tell. It's really hard to get a 10. That's why 10s are like so high. They're like about 5,000 now. So really love this card. I always love Shining Pokemon. I really think this is better slightly. No, this is definitely better than the Shining Legends Shining Mew. But I'll probably try to get a Shining Legends Shining Mew 10 slab someday. Alright. And now here is the Charizard Gold Star. I bought these in the midst, right at the cusp of when everything about Pokemon was going crazy. Wow. I bought this for about I think $400. I was thinking like, yeah, this is gonna go up, no problem. Even though it's a 4. It was pretty cheap considering how much a 10 is. But the most expensive 10 Gold Star card is the Rayquaza, because it comes in like a Pop series pack, which is basically Pokemon official play packs. Those are really hard to get, so I understand why the price is so high. But Shining Charizard in a 4, it's not bad for the price. I grew to like this card, and I'm probably not gonna sell it unless I really need to. I really would try to collect older Charizard cards. I don't really like Charizard, but it's just a really pretty card. I really like the art the more I look at it. Even though it's a 4, I am still in love with this. Now here's something that close friends of mine would definitely know where this card came from. I got this grade in the summer. I'm just gonna show you the card right now. It is a Shining Charizard from Neo Destiny, a PSA 4 in first edition. So first edition old cards are really hard to get. Shining Pokemon cards are really hard to get nowadays, because any decent copies have been bought up and never seen the light of day. So the story I got this card, this is mine. I summoned it to grade. I got this. I found this in the streets. Completely honest, I found this card while walking with my friends through a park in New York. It was by the Grand Street Station, and my friend found a bag of Pokemon cards, and we looked through it, and I picked the cool Pokemon cards, which is a Shining Charizard, and there was a Shining Mewtwo that I lost in a duel when I was younger. So that was really stupid of me. But this is just, I tried to move this card back in the day when I was still like trading, when trading was still a thing. But some vendors tried to buy it off me for like, I remember I went to Comic-Con and I took this card to Comic-Con and someone offered me $20 and I was like, no thanks. And then I started walking away and the guy offered me 40, and then he started doubling his numbers until it was 150, and I did not want to sell that card. This was back in Comic-Con 2016, so maybe the price is fair at the time. I really doubt it, but this card is starting to have sentimental value to me, so I really like it a lot. And it's a fun story to tell that I found a Charizard in the streets. Probably gonna be the title of the video. So I'll always cherish this card because it reminded me of a time where me and my friends were just walking down the street, walking by a park, and probably I would like to imagine that the background of the story is that some mom made the kid throw away the cards because it's disrupting their studies or something like that, and then we happened to find a bag of Pokemon cards. True story. I could have friends show up on the channel and vouch for it. Alright, so here's another card when we go to Charizards. It is recent. It's a recent purchase. I bought this for
Boy,
about,
is that
like,
card shiny?
700. I wanted to collect because this was before Shining Fates came out. I bought this as like, oh yeah, people want to collect the Shining Charizard V and the Shining Charizard V Max. You know, that's just logical. And it turns out that I'm one of those person, and because I just got lucky and I bought the card, I bought this card, and I definitely just pulled this card. So, like in hindsight, I'm a freaking genius. No, I'm just kidding. But I think with this in the slab, if it's a 9, it's whatever. But I definitely want to slap with this at 10 and have this in 10, and it's just brothers. This is one of the more pricier stuff I would like to imagine. So I got a first ed Charizard, but it's not the first ed Charizard that you think it is. It's a Spanish first edition Charizard in a BGS 9. I bought this when I first found out that Logan Paul was buying Pokemon boxes, OG Pokemon boxes, base set, first set, to do box breaks. I was like, Pokemon's gonna skyrocket. This was on the cusp of when everything was about to go crazy. I bought this slab for about 1700, almost 1800. I try to look at sales data, but I don't think foreign cards are that popular yet. But I mean, it's still a 9. It's still a Charizard. Like, there's a lot of people who are priced out of Legend of Blue Eyes, first at Blue Eyes, and they want Asian English editions. So what makes this any different, right? But this card, I like it. It doesn't shine like a regular base set would, but I still really like it. It looks gorgeous. That's why I want to collect all these Charizards, since I started with the sentimental value of the Shining Charizard. I just want to collect all of them. Not all of them, but like, you know, at least the ones that I think are cool. Alright, so we're approaching some of my more expensive cards. So here it is. I actually was one of the lucky winners back in, I believe, 2016, 2017 at the World Championship raffle that they were doing in YuGiOh. And I got the prize cards. Not the prize card, the attendance cards. And here, let me just move these front. I got a PSA 10 Monster Reborn. These are pretty easy to grade, so it's whatever. a raw copy is like 400 bucks, 300 maybe. The last envelope I saw sold for like about 5,000, and I was lucky enough to got one for free because of the raffle that YuGiOh was doing. So thanks, Konami. So this in a slab of 10, it's good, you know. It's not an OG art. I would still like the OG art, but I'm not in that much of a hurry to get an OG art. So here's that, and then I have the Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. This one's graded a 9, which is a shame. The most expensive cards are always graded low for me. That's the luck of this channel, I guess. But it was selling. I remember I saw a vlog of someone going to Japan and asking for this card. I think a raw copy was like about 2,000, so take that for what you will. I can't get any sales data on these because these are like really limited. These are like 2,500 copies given out compared to like the 5,000 and the 75,000, sorry, 5,000 and 7,500 envelopes that was given out, or 9,000. Maybe I'm wrong. I need to look at the envelope again. But yeah, this Blue Eyes Alternative White will get overshadowed by the Ghost Rare that I'm gonna get in the future. But it still have a gorgeous shine. It's the DES shine. I really like it. But it's a pity it's a 9. And now this is probably the most expensive card in all of my possession. It's the Ghost Rare Dark Magician Girl.
Boy,
which is
that
why
card
it makes
shiny.
me a bit confusing. It makes me a bit confused. Sorry, learning about the Dark Magician Girl coming out in Ghost of the Past. But if I could get an English version of this, I would be super happy. This card is so gorgeous. This card alone in a PSA 9 slab recently sold for about 7,000. Take that for what you will, but I don't think I'm ever getting rid of this card. Sorry. And I'm tempted to crack this and get a regrade, but since these are sequential with this set, and I did win it from a raffle, it's not like I'm selling. Sorry, I'm lost in my train of thought. I'm definitely not selling this, but it's a bit gorgeous, and I'm not sure whether or not I'm gonna get it regraded. Time will tell, but I'm comfortable with nothing for now. And now this is one of the most expensive cards I've ever bought in my entire life so far. It is the World Championship 2018 2018 attendance promo.
Spectacular.
It's the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I love the OG art of Blue Eyes White Dragon. I definitely want to get a Dark Magician sometime in the future. I bought this for about 3,300 because I have a hankering of collecting YuGiOh cards, I guess. But this card is really gorgeous. I love the 20th anniversary stamp, and I don't even know why I showed the back because the grade should just tell you. It's a perfect 10. It's so gorgeous. I bought this on Instagram. Yeah, I can't say any bad things about this card because it's just so beautiful. Definitely love it. That is some of my most favorite and cherished cards that I have in my possession. Let me know what you think about my collection. I personally am very biased because I love these cards. I'm probably gonna be saving these cards for like a long time. Yeah, definitely let me know what your favorite card is that I have showcased, and definitely let me know what your most prized possession is, because it's not, you know, it's not a showing off contest. I'm just very curious as to what people have, what people own, etc, etc. Again, if you like this video, please consider giving me a like and please subscribe. It helps my channel greatly and I'm trying to make it grow. We're at this really minuscule point of trying to reach 50 subscribers by the end of next month. So let me know what I could do to try to get that, because I'm really trying to make this channel grow and make it a big happy community. Once again, I thank you so very much for watching. My name is Zed and I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you.